Ah, Superman, the big blue Boy Scout, the original superhero. Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and somehow, after 85 years of being an icon, still can't get a consistently decent movie. Welcome back to the channel, where we bravely dive into the cinematic universe so you don't have to. Today we're reviewing Superman Legacy, or as I like to call it, Clark Kent and the Multiverse of Mid. Buckle in, it's going to be a bumpy flight. So what's the story? Well, in theory, it's about Superman rediscovering his place in the world, again, for the third time in 2 decades. This time, though, he's got a shiny new suit, a Gen Z attitude, and absolutely no Henry Cavill in sight. Which is a shame because, say what you will about Cavill, the man looked like Superman and built PCs in his spare time. That's hero material right there. Anyway, this movie introduces David Corenswet as our new Clark Kent. He's charming, he's awkward, he's got the jawline of a Pixar dad, and somehow, he's simultaneously too old and too young to be playing Superman. The plot is basically, Clark moves to Metropolis, juggles journalism with punching space fascists, and learns how to be super in a world that apparently has never heard of optimism. Let's talk about characters, starting with our Man of Steel. This version of Clark is what you'd get if Christopher Reeve and an iPhone 15 had a baby. He's well-meaning, but constantly sad-posting about whether the world even needs him. Lois Lane is sharp, driven, and somehow still finds time to flirt in between exposing corrupt politicians and dodging explosions. A true multitasker. Then there's Lex Luthor. Oh boy, this isn't the Gene Hackman land scheme Luthor or the Jesse Eisenberg tech bro on acid version. No, this one is just corporate evil with a standing desk. He's more of a smug LinkedIn post than an actual villain. He literally says, "I believe Superman is bad for business." Like, sorry, what business are you running where saving lives is cutting into your quarterly profits? Superhero insurance? Now, here's where the film gets weird. The tone swings harder than Spider-Man in Manhattan. 1 minute, it's heartfelt and earnest, Clark saving kittens and delivering monologues about hope. The next, it's dark, brooding, and full of slow-motion destruction that would make Zack Snyder weep tears of joy. There's a literal scene where Superman is holding a burning baby while giving a speech about climate change. I wish I were making that up, but no, apparently Superman's new nemesis is global warming. Great. Can't wait for the sequel, Superman vs. Traffic Congestion. The director clearly couldn't decide if this was a reboot, a prequel, or a TED Talk with capes. On to the visuals. Yes, the CGI is mostly good, especially if you're watching it on a screen smaller than a microwave door. But every now and then, it dips into PlayStation 3 cutscene territory. Superman's flight scenes are cool, until you realize they've basically reused the same zoom through the clouds shot 5 times, like a stock GIF on loop. I half expected it to say Shutterstock in the corner. Also, can we talk about the new suit? Look, I get that they wanted to modernize it, but when your Superman looks like he got his costume from a tactical yoga boutique, you might want to reconsider. Now, the movie really wants you to know it's got depth. There's a lot of talk about morality, truth, justice, and whether Superman has the right to interfere in global affairs. Which is all fine, until it turns into a high school debate club arguing about interventionism. Meanwhile, Metropolis is on fire in the background and Lex Luthor is building an AI that turns orphans into batteries or something. It's like the movie can't decide whether to be hopeful or hopeless. Like it's caught between wanting to inspire the next generation and desperately trying to get a Rotten Tomatoes score above 70%. And then comes the third act, aka CGI blender time. The final battle is loud, long, and looks like someone spilled a bucket of VFX on a Transformers movie. Superman punches a satellite, Lex launches an orbital mind control scheme, and Lois delivers a heartfelt speech to a livestream audience of 7 people. Because, of course, nothing says epic finale like a plot device involving crypto brainwaves and empathy apps. They try to wrap everything up with a hopeful wink to the camera, but at that point, I was just hoping my popcorn wouldn't go stale from how long this thing was dragging. So what do we have here? Superman Legacy isn't bad, per se, it's just aggressively mid like oat milk at a steakhouse. It's trying to be everything to everyone. Part reboot, part commentary, part fan service, part therapy session. And the result? A movie that looks nice, says a lot, but means very little. If you're a hardcore Superman fan, sure, give it a shot. Just go in knowing that you'll be mentally rewriting the script in your head the entire time. If you're new to Superman, watch the 1978 Christopher Reeve film instead. Or heck, even the animated Superman, the animated series. You'll get more heart, more fun, and significantly fewer speeches about socioeconomic responsibility in the age of superhumans. So there you have it. Another Superman movie. Another chance squandered. Another $200 million budget burned faster than a laser-eyed tantrum. Okay, we need to talk about the dog. Yes, there's a dog in this movie, and not just any dog. This is Krypto, Superman's loyal sidekick from the comics, basically a Labrador with the powers of a god. Now I was actually excited about this. A flying space dog? Count me in. But what we get here is weirdly unsettling. For starters, he doesn't bark. He just growls with the voice of Morgan Freeman, like someone shoved a thesaurus into a golden retriever. And they CGI'd the poor thing so hard it looks like a mid-budget Scooby-Doo reboot. Every time he shows up, it's like your graphics card crashed but kept rendering just the dog. There's one scene where Krypto single-handedly stops a missile with his teeth and then pees on a villain's shoes. I wish I were joking. You can tell the writers were going for whimsical, but it lands somewhere between marketing stunt and someone lost a bet. Also, they gave the dog a cape, which is adorable, until you realize the cape has a monogram. This dog has better branding than half the Justice League. So yeah, Krypto MVP maybe, existential nightmare also maybe. What did you think of the new Superman? Did it fly high or crash harder than Krypton on a bad day? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell like it's trying to monologue about ethics in journalism. Until next time, stay grounded, folks.